Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prahladananda Prabhu, welcome.
Pranam Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Prema Prakash Hari Das Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Dandavad Pranam. Are you prepared to present, give us some nourishment?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wonderful.
As much as I could with your blessings.
Well, I'll pray for you. We'll pray to Srila Prabhupada to empower you more. Sure.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I made you co-host too. Thakur Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Nice to see Pradhan Prabhu after long time. And
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
To my schedule, I won't, not regular. Today also I am having night shift, maybe another 12 minutes. Then I have to go. Sorry.
Thank you for trying. That's all we can do. Keep on trying, Prabhu. Don't give up.
Yes.
Ultimately, Krishna will see the endeavor more than the result. Okay. So, well, I did sing some. Anybody would like to sing a little more, glorifying Krishna with bhajan? Anyone?
Can I, Prabhuji?
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings glories of Hare Krishna. It says, Gaya Gaura Madhur Sware. Gaya Gaura Madhur Sware. Gaya Gaura Madhur Sware. Gaya Gaura Madhur Sware. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gruhe Thakur, Vane Thakur, Radha Hari, Bole Rako, Sukhe Dukhe, Bhulo Nako, Vadane Hari Naam Karo Re. Vadane Hari Naam Karo Re. Maya Jale Baddha Hoye Acho Miche Kajal Hoye Ekona Chetan Te Radha Madhav Naam Bholo Re. Radha Madhav Naam Bholo Re. Jivana Hoilo Sheshu Na Bhajile Rusikeshu Vinod Upadesh Ek Bhar Naam Rase Mathure Ek Bhar Naam Rase Mathure Gai Gaura Madhur Sware Gai Gaura Madhur Sware Gai Gaura Madhur Sware. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Vishnupad Paramhams Parivrajkacharya Stotra Sat Sri Srimad Abhi Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu. This is very nice. So, Prabhuji and Mother, let us offer our Mangalacharan prayers, offering flower to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, Guru Vargas. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyenanjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namo Sri Chaitanya Mano Vistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadam Hayam Dadati Shapadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Samini Tinamini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpa Taruvescha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So dear Prabhus and Mothers, this is a beautiful session ending today. Just before I begin today's session, just to remind, it is compulsory, necessary, each of you is going to speak few minutes tomorrow. It could be one line, could be one paragraph, could be one page. What you have received from this entire Nectar of Devotion study that you're going to apply in your life or share it with others also. Like this, something intrigued you. You know the word intrigued, like something, yes, wow, like this feeling, intriguing. This is necessary. So next time we do Nectar of Devotion, we will have a more comprehensive. This is just beginning. Because even if we hammer the same chapter again and again, after a few days, it gets a little tired. But then we resurface after a few months. Then you say, now I make sense. I didn't get it at that time. Now it makes sense. Yes, it's required little time to sink in. Not everybody is born pure devotee. I don't think pure devotees are born in maternity house. They are born by the choice they make in their life. You can see Prabhupada's life is a great example. The choice he made. He said his family was not interested to hear, so he gave them up. His relatives, friends, neighbor, they are not interested to hear about Krishna, so he said, I gave up. Whoever is interested, I'm looking for, because that's what my Guru Maharaj want me to preach. So question is that the answer is that choice is Srila Prabhupada made. That wherever facility is there to serve Krishna, he went. Now, to serve Krishna, why do we need to talk about it? Because Tesham Geni Nitya Jukta, Tesham Geni Nitya Jukta Upasate, yes. Out of all those people that comes to Krishna consciousness, Arti, Artharti, Jigyashu, Gani, Generally, you can categorize all the people in the world, whoever comes to Krishna consciousness, into one of those four categories. Those four categories are like a prime. I mentioned that before, just like Prabhupada was asked, a lot of Jewish people, some scientists join. Prabhupada said, yes, they are intelligent, that's why they join. See, he did not say, oh, they are Western because they are looking for it. Yes, that's also true. But he says they are intelligent. Krishna says that they will join. Then later on, they said some of the Christians, some of the Latinos join. Prabhupada said they are pious. That's why they join. See, it's one of the four category that people are joining. That's how Krishna gave Arti Arthati, Jigyasu Geni. But out of all the people comes, Tesham Geni Nitya Jukta Eka Bhakti Vishishyate. Two qualification if someone has two. One is Nitya Jukta, they are engaged in sadhan. Sadhan, seva, sadhaya, like this, they are engaged. And they have full knowledge. If they understand Krishna, they have full knowledge and they are engaged, they are very dear to me. I love them. They love me. I mentioned this yesterday. I'm hammering it again. This is the key point, that we have to be fully educated. Prabhus and mothers, without educated, no committed. You cannot sustain on commitment. Educated, you have a full knowledge why you're doing this, where you want to go, where you are and how to go. You will see all this. You will come up on your own. What was the purpose of ISKCON? Prabhupada said, purpose of ISKCON to train each individual. It didn't say collectively. Prabhupada didn't say collectively or community-wise or temple-wise. He says each individual to be independently thoughtful. If you really think of those English, Prabhupada says very clear, independently thoughtful. Each of us, if Patitaran Jagannath Prabhu goes to Golok Vrindavan, I'll go also. That's a good idea, but ultimately it's not going to be like that. It's going to be his qualification will take him, my qualification will take him. How loyal I am to Prabhupada, how surrender I am. Krishna never said any scripture that collectively I will communicate with you. No, he said, I am in the heart of every soul. So that means individually he is interested to communicate and reciprocate. Is that clear, everybody? This is very important. So individually, independently, as Prabhupada says, independently, we have to become thoughtful without bureaucracy. Wow, that's very scary, the way Prabhupada said it. So he wanted the purpose of ISKCON to train each individual with independently thoughtful. This is beautiful. Today's chapter is Rasabhasa. So for tomorrow, I'm going to just randomly just call out one by one, and you're going to say what you have actually prepared. Maybe you don't have to bring something like sound very sophisticated. That's not what we are looking for. We're looking for something you really found valuable according to your calculation, something you're going to apply and uplift your consciousness. That will affect us. Apuni achuri dharma jivke sikhaya, apuni na koile dharma sikhano na jay. If something I cannot see within me, I cannot affect or impact your consciousness with it. Is that clear, everybody? I can say to you, I can repeat things, but if I do not see within me, I cannot see within you. In other words, exemplary. I have a strong faith on Prabhupada and Krishna, then I can tell others to have that faith. I don't have a faith, I cannot give that faith to somebody else. It's not going to work. I can say the word F-A-I-T-H, but it's not going to be. Faith is really a very unique. Shraddha means where your consciousness holds. You know the word Shraddha. Shraddha. What your consciousness dwelling in? What do you believe in? Not to believe is also believe. You cannot say, I don't believe anything without believing that you don't believe anything. It's a very, very oxymoron. It's Krishna who said that. Satya ki adhyatmi ki saddha karma saddha surajasa. What is that? Tamasi adharme saddha mat saddha tu nirguna. 11th canto. So Krishna is a very wonderful speaker, the way he says it. He said, not to believe in me is also a belief that I don't want to believe God. Well, that's your belief. But it will change. Belief will change, but inherent nature will never change. Inherent nature means what you are composed of, what your function and your nature and your position. These things will never change. Is that clear, everybody? Every energy of Bhagavan are composed with elements. Like for an example, I mentioned Lord Shiva, Shambhutatta Shiva, has 4 elements what makes this Rudratatta Shiva or Shambhutatta Shiva, not Sada Shiva. We have to be very careful. In his structure, there is a inertia, minute aspect of inertia, slightest aspect of cognition, slightest aspect of marginal. Those things are not fully present in the soul. Soul does not have inertia. We do not have anything to do with Maya. Literally, the soul structure has no connection with Maya. It is a mistake that we have come here and anarthas are imposed on us, causes us suffering. In our original structure, there is no trace of inertia, but Shiva has. Prabhus and mothers, you supposed to live without Maya forever. But can Shiva live without Maya? No. So try to understand that because he has an eternal connection with Maya Devi, his wife, or however you say. So similarly, when we talk about Rasa, today Prem Prakash Prabhu going to present this. We need to understand the whole 51 chapter. It will be nice if you read 1 chapter a day and go to 51 chapter and then come back again and do it maybe a few times. It will be nice. I was thinking about it. I just don't know how I'll do it. I want to do it because I get like so tied up. And I see that how insignificant I am and the time is like flies so quick. But I would like, and if you have little time, please do it. 1 chapter a day, 51 chapter, 51 day. Today is the last chapter, 51 chapter. In the presentation, I think 99% of the doubts in pastimes or leelas can be removed just by understanding Rasabhasa. One time in my life, I ate sweet rice with a sand mix. One time, was it by mistake? Actually, somebody dropped the sweet rice pot and they just tried to collect it as much possible, but they forgot that sand will be sand, will never blend in the sweet rice. and everybody ate, there's some or other, there's an uncomfortable feeling between the teeth and the tongue and the experience. Because when you bite a little sand, you feel like it's prasadam, but why sand? They have an analogy. If you put too much turmeric, you can put a white clothes on the sabji and it sucks the turmeric. Okay, if you put too much spicy, then you can probably dilute some with the gur, jaggery, and it kind of minimizes. Anyway, I'm not a good cook, so I should not even talk to about it. Those who are good cook, I'm sure you know all these secrets. If you put too much turmeric, too much salt, or this, that, how to neutralize so that it is. Rasabhasa is something like that. Rasabhasa is something like that, that it has a taste, but it is not the taste that you are looking for. You got the wrong taste. And it should be in a proportion. That's why Jiva Goswami Pad, I was looking at this morning, Jiva Goswami Pad says that he compares rasa to a sweet rice. And sweet rice generally made of what? Rice, milk, and what else? Sugar. Then you have some elachi, cardamom, and you need a pot, you need a fire to mix it all together. Or you need the pot to stay on the stove for a certain time. Now, if one of the ingredients is missing, what will be the taste? Just imagine that. Okay, you have all the proportioned mixed, but you forgot to turn on the stove. You say, keep it there for half an hour, and then after half an hour, we'll be offering the boga. Okay, after half an hour, another person come, oh, that's probably already cooked. Bring it to the wherever the serving plate place, and then open the pot. Oh, it's not mixed. Oh, it's not cooked. How do you offer the sweet rice? It's not even cooked. So it's not a rasam anymore. But you may put a logic, but it has a milk, it has a rice, it has everything. Yeah, but it has to be cooked. Otherwise, the mixture will never turn out. I don't know anybody ever tasted that without cooking. So I cannot say, I don't think I ever tasted that, so I cannot say really. What about you have the pot, everything ready, except the sugar misplaced with salt? Just imagine any of the item is missing or replaced, how the outcome will be. So rasa, spiritual rasa, there has to be. You can think like Lord Shiva wanted to enter into Ras Leela. What was the mistake? Anybody can help me? What was the mistake? Lord Shiva is not qualified, do you think? Are we qualified more than Shiva? Yes, Mother Sankariko.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my dandavat. He was in a male body, and
He was not a male
Krishna.
body.
Uh,
He is a male body now, but in the Ras Leela, he was not in male body.
oh, okay. We are talking about when he's already taken the form of
Yeah.
gopis. Yeah, he didn't have that bhav for Krishna that the gopis had.
Okay.
He just wanted to witness it because he heard the glorification of the Rasa Leela, but the bhav with which gopis come in, he didn't have that unflinching love for Krishna.
Well, you have to say a little more. This is where the Rasabhasa comes. He has a feeling. Bhajya antar jabe gopi deha paila, sei dehe Krishna sange rasakira koila. Mahaprabhu explained this in 9th chapter Madhya Leela very clearly that Bhajya antar, He has externally, he took the form of Gopi. Gopeshwar Mahadeva's form, if you go even in Google, you will see that it doesn't look like Shiva, it looks like a Gopi. But inside the heart, the consciousness, he still think I am the male person. That never changed. What was the mistake of, not mistake, how do you say it? What is the inappropriate for Lakshmi Devi to be in Ras Leela? Can someone?
She was, can I tell Prabhu?
Yes.
She was always in the bhava of servitude. She likes to serve him more than the rasa is required for to be in the Rasa Leela.
You're not hitting the target. You are almost around the, 99 is never 100. We want 100. You are correct what you're saying, but there has to be little more. Prahladananda Prabhu, yes.
Prabhuji, I understand Lakshmi ji never agreed to become wife of another Gopa to enjoy that particular rasa. That kind of, she was reluctant to do that.
Okay, you are hitting almost 99.999. Give little more, like you have to break down because not everybody will be familiar. She has a awe and reverence concept. Lord is my husband.
Yes.
So Krishna actually proposed. Okay. You have to give up your opulence. You have to take the Vaishya life. Deal with the cow dung, cows, cow party, the gobar, what do you call cow dung? You make a party on a wall. In India, I saw everywhere. By the way, in the West, the cow dung fertilization is promoted now, even in the agriculture field. They saw actually it has a more, anyway, there was a whole, another farming devotee was investigating how American government is actually appreciating the Hare Krishna's promoting cow protection and other. Anyway, so the point is, then when Lord Krishna asked Lakshmi Devi, she said, okay, it's silly that Mahalakshmi has to do cow party job. It's not really a high-class job. It's not a Brahmanical job. It's a Vaishya job. There are 4 types of Vaishya. Nanda Maharaj is one type of Vaishya. One type of Vaishya is like financing. So Nanda Maharaj is not into financing all this. So Vaishya means 4 types. One type is cow, go seva. This just chas bas like this. Then she said, okay, I'll do that. Then Lord Krishna gave a second option, and second sequence. He said, then you have to take birth in a Vaishya family. That was a little hard, but Lakshmi Devi agreed. Okay, I'll take birth in a Vaishya family, just to be with, to dance with the Lord. You hardly ever hear Lakshmi Narayan dancing in a party or something. Never you hear this. It's like some distance or reverence is there. So then it went further. Then the Lord says, you have to give up my company and get married somebody else. She said, what Prahladananda Prabhu said is correct. She said, absolutely impossible. Of course, if you think very deeply, did the coward boys, did the coward girls, they're all Lakshmi. Actually, they're all Mahalakshmi. Originally, they are Swarup Shakti. Did they marry really somebody else? No. They married Krishna, who expanded during Brahma Vimohan Leela. They never married somebody else. But it will appear that that boy is somebody else. That has to be that way. In order to create the paramount, Lord has to create this atmosphere. She said, that is not absolutely impossible. Then Lord Krishna didn't even say the number 4. Number 4 is, you can meet me only hide and seek, middle of the night, you have to come to jungle to meet me like this. I was like, so of course, we don't know what will be the future, but as it stands, she is still doing meditation. Mahaprabhu's logic argument was to this Venkata Bhatta, South Indian Brahmin family that he stayed. He said, Lakshmi Devi is, we are not challenging her chastity. She is most chaste. There is no question. More chaste than Parvati or Sati or anybody you name. But she left her husband and doing meditation to be with Krishna. So it's very interesting. Mahaprabhu would not just let it go, and he was pounding and pounding and pounding. So this is very important, why Mahaprabhu came to give this paramount or upapati, bhav, parakya, these are very extremely confidential. You may say like, but Prabhu, anybody can go to Googles and open Chaitanya Charitamrita and read about it. Correct. But do not consider these people like ordinary. Even though it's Kali Yuga, we have done so many hundreds of life, different pious activity to come to where we are today. It looks like anybody can get it. Yes. But we also went through many lifetimes to come to this point. And every soul has a potential to go back to Golok Vrindavan. Like even Joy Vijay, they came as Jagai Madai. Gorura, he came as Gorura Pandit. Hanumanji came as Murari Gupta. All the Bhagavan's different incarnations, devotees, they all came to Lord Chaitanya's movement. And they all relished Radha Krishna's Leela. Do you know Jagai Madai? He was the gatekeeper, right? In Vaikuntha, Joy Vijay. So how come they are relishing Radha Krishna's pastimes in Srivas Thakur? So this is a special advantage. Prabhus and mothers, I hope we all become greedy to really awaken that pure love for Lord and go back and take as many people with you. Because if this chance is lost, doomed. We don't know future. They will probably eventually, in after million birth, they may go to Vaikuntha, but Golok Vrindavan, no, that's not possible. This is very rare, extremely rare. So we need to understand this, all this Rasabhasa, Rasa chapter, and I'll discuss. Okay, one more. What about Dija Patnis? Anybody would like to say anything about Dija Patnis? Are they pure devotee or not? Everybody is familiar from Krishna book, Dija Patnis, the Brahmana's wives. Yes, Mother Kamala Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So yeah, so Dvij Patnis are very, very pious and pure, exalted devotees of the Lord, even more than their Karmkandi husbands, the who were performing the yajna.
Watch out. They are listening you. You mean all these 1,000 Brahmanas you are saying Karma Kandi Brahmins? Okay, that's okay. Go ahead.
So, but they were not given the entry in Vrindavan. That I don't understand yet. Like I still have to decipher that.
Good. You are a good candidate for today's subject, Rasabhasa. Because we think we understood Rasabhasa. Actually, they are not. I just gave that example of Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi. Yes, but that's not a complete understanding yet. Prem Prakash Prabhu going to give us. So with the Jagik Brahmana, I'll give you something very secluded, very confidential. You please remember that. The wives of Jagik Brahmanas express romantic sentiment for Krishna, like those of the gopis. But Krishna did not have the same sentiment for them. Why? Because they were Brahmanas rather than Vaishyas like himself. Can somebody find those verses in 9th chapter Madhya? I think 133, I could be wrong. I give you the any line. Srutigan Gopiganer Anugata Hayya Brajeshwari Suta Bhaje Braja Baba Layya Bhajya Antarja. Mahaprabhu's explanation, how actually one enters. Srutigan Gopiganer. You can just put one line. You'll find that verse, those verses, series of verses Mahaprabhu spoke, how to understand. So I'll summarize how to understand this. You may not be aware Krishna's reciprocation in the manifest Leelas. The idea here is that the setting and the script written on the canvas of Rasatattva, Krishna could not taste paramount love with the Brahmana's wife. Why? Anybody has Bhagavatam 10.29.1, the first verse of Ras Leela. What Sukdev Goswami says? Bhagavan Pitaratri Sarata Utfulla Mallika Bhiksham Rantum Manasa Chakre Jogomaya Samasrita. We tell the whole world, please take shelter of the Lord Krishna. But here, Sukdev Goswami says, Lord Krishna takes shelter of Jogomaya. Why? Ask that question. The whole world should take shelter of Krishna, but here looks like Krishna took shelter of Jogomaya. Now, what is the metaphor I explained in one of the class? What is the metaphor with the movie making? Anybody remembers that? You know, to make a movie. Anybody?
Writer Prabhuji.
Yes, Thakur Prabhu.
Is it the part of the director?
There is a
Is
director.
the part of
Who
the
is the
director?
director?
Krishna is the director?
No.
Let me see.
To make a movie, what do you need first? Thakur Prabhu.
Produce.
No, not producer.
Produce.
No.
A
Script,
script writer.
Script
You need
writer.
a story.
Yes,
You need a story.
First, you need a story,
Basically
script.
telling the story.
Correct. Then comes the director, producer, actor, actress, like this sequence. So Krishna writes his own Leela, what he wants to experience. He is by himself, for himself, of himself. This is how we accept Krishna. No scripture will give so wonderful explanation about who Supreme God is. In this world, never any theology book ever explained like this. That Krishna has a many divine quality. First quality is he is by himself. Who made him? Himself. He has no cause. Causation philosophy also said that there has to be cause. Sarva karana karanam. Krishna is the cause of himself, by himself, for himself. And if you look at those very nicely, Jogomaya is the director. But what does that means? The script writer does not tell the director how the actor should play. That is the speciality of the director, how to guide each person. Like Ramananda Rai was guiding those girls how to attract the attention of Jagannath. Similarly, Raslila, Rasdatta could not taste paramount love with the Brahmana's wife, the Krishna. Why Krishna could not taste? Because Krishna's Lila Shakti, the director. If you look at that verse, 10.29.1, it says that Krishna took shelter of Jogamaya. Jogamaya Samasrita. Just clearly said like that. The director that orchestrate the whole affair of Raslila. And who you can say in this instance predominated for his pleasure over his Satta Sankalpa Shakti. Satta Sankalpa Shakti means potency to fulfill his desire. He desired. There's another verse, I forgot the number also. This is in chapter 4, Adilila. What is the difference? I was just talking to someone, let's see, with some sannyasi other day, that Krishna's supremacy over Narayan or any, there are many, but few things we must always remember. And if you focus from that angle, you'll never be deluded. Because there may be some challenge from Vedic, Trivedi, Chaturvedi, like those who recite Vedas or other Vaishnava or even other, that Vishnu and Krishna is same, even with the Hare Krishna devotees. I got at least, I don't see that Mataji here. No, Mother Subhadra Gopika. Did you ask me that question? Is this Mother Subhadra Gopika from New York? Upstate New York?
Yes, that's Prabhu.
Okay. Did you ask me the question, what's the difference between Vishnu and Krishna many months back? Anyways, somebody asked me that. And recently, same question asked by another Prabhupada's disciple, very nice, that why do you chant? Because every day I make the announcement in the temple and I say, Brindai, Tulsi Devai, we end with that, Tulsi Puja. So he asked me, he sent me a text that, why you always chant Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi? Aren't we supposed to say Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi? Let me see. Let me test this. Because this is a maybe insignificant topics, but is most important topics. Can someone help me? Why should we say Krishna Bhakti or Vishnu Bhakti?
Yes, Guruji, I was the one that asked you this question.
Oh, you did? Okay. Who can help us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
That's a very interesting question, because when we're singing the Tulsi prayer, I always said Vishnu, Bhakti Devi, Vishnu, instead of Krishna. And
I'm not saying you are wrong or right. I just want to know what is proper. I'll tell you my version, but I want to hear where you are. You all are ISKCON devotees.
They're both proper. That's just my Krishna and Vishnu. There's no difference.
Okay.
Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Everybody agrees? Mother Kamala Devi?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So my understanding is that I think this is from Padma Puran, where this verse is taken from, and that is why we are using it as it is. So Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi we are using it, but I think both are correct. But I'm not sure. I think there is another reference of Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi, but I couldn't find it, so I won't be mentioning that. But I think both are correct. My understanding is that. Hare Krishna.
You mean just chant whatever you like to chant?
No, Prabhu. Whatever
So
is
now
being
you're
prescribed.
scared.
What
Hare
has been
Krishna, Prabhu.
prescribed.
Well, let me scare you a little more. Tell me any time Prabhupada chanted Krishna Bhakti. I challenge. I really want. Or Bhakti Siddhanta Sutta.
No, Prabhu.
Okay, so anybody not giving any conclusion? It's not a big PhD required.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Can I try, Prabhu?
Yes.
One answer. Tulasi Devi actually married a form of Vishnu in that Salagramam form, and she was, though she came from Golok, she was married to him, and in that form, she was married to him, and then she threw all her energy and bhakti towards that form. So perhaps there is that we can come to a little conclusion that dedication and prayer is towards Vishnu. So she showed more bhakti as her in the form of her husband. So it's Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi at that point, and then she goes back. This is a little bit of my thought process.
This is correct. What you said is correct. Somebody may give you a, not challenging, but something like that. But Mataji, I want to go to Golok Vrindavan. What got to do anything to do with Vaikuntha Vishnu? And what will be your answer? No answer. Okay. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
I just want to, I was thinking, if you do Krishna Bhakti Prati Devi, that will be for my desire is that way. I mean, because Vishnu, from Krishna, when you say Krishna, even Vishnu is included too. It is Vishnu included too, because whenever we offer to the Lord, we always offer. I know, actually, when we worship the Radha Krishna, because of the hours, what you call that, the Vishnu in the form of Vishnu, they accept, right? We cannot reach to the what you call Gopi Bhav or whatever it is. So now, when we say to the Krishna Bhakti, it is include everything. So now that I think that will be my answer I can give.
It's interesting. One
Prabhuji,
devotee said, why not we change Prabhupada's pranam mantra? Nama Om Krishna Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. Why Vishnu Padaya? I will send them to Mahatma Prabhu. Will that be okay, Prabhu?
This is our process is from the disciplic suggestion. Whatever is the reason what they are trying to do from the Guru Parampara, that could be the way how we have to. We cannot speculate that part, right?
But you just say, wait a minute. You said we should not speculate. I agree with you. But you said to say Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. Sorry. Namo Brindaye Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti. Did Prabhupada or any parampara ever said that? You came up on your own. Like many ISKCON devotees. I'm not blaming. Don't misunderstand. I'm not accusing. You came on your own. You cannot show me any our Acharya ever wrote anywhere.
Prabhuji, the crux of the point is.
One second, Prem Prakash Prabhu. Mahatma Prabhu, is that clear? Prabhupada never said. He always said Vishnu Bhakti. He never said Krishna Bhakti. We do. I chant both. I'm also not guilty. I have a reason. I found a reason. And Dravida Prabhu, BBT chief editor, he loved that. He said, we should put like that. I said, no, that's fine. That's just my understanding. You can have also, but you have to have a good Siddhanta. Prabhupada composed his pranam mantra. Nobody should think they know better than what Prabhupada composed for his own pranam mantra. He put Namam Vishnupadaya, Krishna, Vishnupadaya. He could have put Krishna Padaya, but he did not. He put Vishnupadaya.
So that there is Krishna Prasthaya. I don't know the meaning that. Maybe
Krishna
maybe
Prasthaya means dear associate of Krishna.
So Vishnu Padaya, the lotus. Can you explain a little bit on that side? What exactly meaning? Like Namo Vishnu Padaya, then Krishna Prasthaya.
Behalf of Krishna, Dasya, servant of servants. That's kind of
Mother
thing.
Krishna Manju, you have to keep it mute. If you want to say something, raise your hand, otherwise intervenes others. Okay. Let's see. Prem Prakash Prabhu, you wanted to say? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam Prabhuji. As I understand, Namo Nama Tulsi Krishna Prayasi. So Krishna definitely loves Tulsi, but what Tulsi loves? Tulsi loves Vishnu. And that's why we must request Tulsi to give us the bhakti of the Vishnu. And that's why we say Vishnu Pradaya.
Prem Prakash Prabhu, are you trying to say Krishna loves Brinda Devi and Brinda Devi doesn't love Krishna, she loves Vishnu?
She loves both, but probably she loves
She
Vishnu
loves
more.
both. Now you're putting two personalities.
Krishna has a motive to love Tulsi because Tulsi is the queen of Vrindavan, where he wants to have all his pastimes, and so he must be in good books of Tulsi. So he has a motive, whereas I can't go further, Prabhuji.
Okay, I wish Krishna was here in the Zoom too to help us. This is nice. It's nothing wrong. Please don't feel bad. It's not anything wrong of this discussion because you will face challenge. You have to have a better, clear understanding now so that you can help ourselves and help others. It is necessary. Okay. Mother Sri Upanishad, do you have something more to say, Mother? You have
Jai
raised hand.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. This is so wonderful. My understanding is that Krishna has expansions, and Vishnu is just one of those, not just one of those. He has a certain duty, he has a job, he has a service that he provides for Krishna. And so it's okay to say Krishna or Vishnu because they're Krishna. They're one and the same. They just have different positions that they're performing and they're fulfilling. I just love it. I think this is wonderful. He shows his love. Krishna, you gotta love Krishna because he shows us how much he loves us. You know what I mean? He gives us so many ways to love him. And that's just amazing, you know. And for you to ask that question, I was just so tickled because it made me start thinking about, wow, what's the difference, you know? It's still Krishna. He's just appointed everyone to do so many different positions, so many jobs. We have trillions of universes, you know. Wow, it's just amazing. Haribol, thank you for that question. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody has database on the Rasa Leela? There is a 5 chapter.
Yes, Prabhuji, I can find out.
The last verse on the Rasa Panchadhyay, the Falashruti, the result of hearing Rasa Leela, what will happen? Now, did Rasa Leela took place between Vishnu and the gopis? Come on, help me, Prabhus and mothers.
No,
No, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Okay, so maybe Sukdev Goswami need to be corrected, or We have to be very careful to say like that. Who has this Rasa Pancha, the last verse? You go, it starts with this. Vikriditam brajabodhubiridam cha Vishnu Saddhayannita anusrinayat varnayedda Vikriditam brajabodhubir idam cha Vishnu. The last verse of Raslila. 33 chapter, I believe, the last verse. You'll see Vikriditam brajabodhubi idam cha Vishnu. Vishnu, who was playing his sporting pastime with the Brajagopis. Maybe Sukdev Goswami did mistake. Is it possible? Anybody else has a nectar of instruction right in front of you? Can you see the glorification of Rupa Goswami Pad could have done a mistake too? He wrote the the gradation of material to spiritual hierarchy, verse number 9. And if you go to the text 10, next verse, you will see there is a glorification of Radharani and Radha Kund. And there he says Vishnu's most favorite, dear most beloved is Radharani. Maybe Sukdev Goswami did mistake, or Rupa Goswami did mistake, or somebody else did mistake. Anybody found one of those verses? So I stand where I'm speaking. I mean, I can go on the database, but I have to go out of
I
it.
found it, Prabhuji, the Vikriditam verse.
Can you just read the top? No need translation, just the read. Slowly. Is it Vikriditam? Vikriditam means sporting pastime.
Yes.
Brajabodhubi means married lady from Brajadham, Brajagopis. Idam cha Krishna or Vishnu, which one?
Vishnu.
Ah, so Sukdev Goswami says the gopis Raslila with Vishnu.
Yes.
Maybe you need to ask Sukdev Goswami. You have access to him or his cell phone, or I don't know. I don't have his number. Sukdev Goswami. Now, if you go to Nectar of Instruction, if you look at Nectar of Instruction, there is this Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 42 gives a material hierarchy. This verse gives spiritual hierarchy. Who is higher than who? And it says there that Radha Kund is the highest. Text 10, if you go, in the purport, you will see there is verse. Jatha Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tatha Sarva Gopesha Sevika Vishnur Attanta Vallabha. Wow, twice mentioned. Radharani is Vishnu's beloved, the most dear, most lover. Can somebody confirm that verse also?
Is it text number 10 in the Nectar of Instruction? I'm sorry for not raising my hand.
In the middle of the purport, you'll see Prabhupada put that verse.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I found it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you want me to read the purport?
No, just the verse.
Okay, just the verse.
Yeah.
Karmi bheya
No,
parito.
no. There's specifically about Radharani and Vishnu. Jatha Radha Priya Vishnu.
Yatha Radha Priya Vishnus.
Yes.
Tasya Kundang Priyang Tata.
Yeah.
Sarva Gopeshu Saivaka. Vishnur Atyanta Vallabha.
It did not say Krishna's. Out of all the gopis, the highest is Radharani, and here it says Vishnu's beloved. So Rupa Goswami did mistake, Sukdev Goswami did mistake, or we have mistake understanding. Prabhu, you tell me. Somebody has to be mistake, or it's not puzzle. It's not puzzling. It's very simple. You can write it down like this. What I said in the class, because he was giving class, the chief editor of BBT, I said, Sarva Bapnati iti Vishnu. No incarnation can claim except Krishna. Sarva Bapnati iti Vishnu. The word Vishnu comes that who is permitted everywhere in everyone's heart. Narayan cannot be in the heart of Radharani, but Krishna can claim. Krishna can claim in the heart of a stool worm in the stool pit in hell. Krishna did. But no incarnation can claim like that. They can claim here, Vaikuntha, but not in Golok. Therefore, Krishna is the real Vishnu. I mean, these are serious words, Prabhu. Raslila conclusion, given that all the gopis play full pastime with Vishnu. You look at the verse. I'm not giving my own opinion. I'm just quoting what the Sukdev Goswami says. And then Rupa Goswami Pad quote this verse that amongst the gopis, the highest is the Radharani, whose beloved is Vishnu, or Vishnu's most beloved is Radharani. So Krishna, the Vishnu means actually Krishna. The conception of Vishnu that we think of, three Vishnu, that Shirdaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, those are expansion of Sankarshan. But origin Vishnu is Krishna. Always we should think. And we should never change. Krishna Bhakti, no. Always say Vishnu Bhakti. The way scripture is written, they know. Sukdev Goswami knows million times more than I can figure it out anything. They never do any mistake. Rupa Goswami Pad is same. They're eternal associate. Does that make sense, everybody?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Would you
Yes.
repeat it one more time, Prabhu?
One more time. Well, you can, mother, can somebody post those that directly says Vishnu, Sarva Gopisho, or Jatha Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata. Those verses, you can just copy it and post it in the WhatsApp.
Yes, I've shared, Prabhu.
Okay.
I've shared in the chat.
And the other one also, Raslila. The conclusion of Raslila. Sukdev Goswami says, Vikrididam Brajaboduvi idam cha Vishnu.
Posted that also, Prabhu.
Okay, good. You got all. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Now I'm going to ask Mahatma Prabhu. Is that okay if I say chant Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Sattavate Namo Namaha? Mahatma Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Should I keep on chanting Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi, or I should change it to Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi?
Vishnu is okay.
Is okay, or this is actually bona fide? This is how Prabhupada kept it.
Okay.
This is
It
how
is
the Acharya.
It is a bona fide.
Okay. Thank you.
But for
You can
me,
chant Krishna Bhakti, is no harm, but Vishnu Bhakti is written. That's how we should be accepted.
Yeah, correct.
Nobody will change the word. You know, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wanted to change a little word. Instead of Muktida, he said, I don't like Muktida. Can it be Bhaktida? Mahaprabhu says, no. No changing word in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Amala Puran. No more, no mistake.
So one question, Prabhuji, between when you say bhakti, people, some devotees always say Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani, right? Some devotees say, but I heard that you cannot say Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani.
Bhakti Devi is Bhakti Devi. Tulsi Maharani is Tulsi Maharani. They are not same person.
So now, so that means Bhakti Devi is imperson?
No, no, no. Bhakti Devi is person, Sarup Shakti.
So now, in the form of which form you can bring it up?
Bhakti
Like
Devi,
yeah.
Bhakti Devi has a form. Bhakti Devi has a form who has two sons, Jnana Vairagya. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Jat Ahetukam. Bhakti Devi has a form. Actually, okay, since you have brought this, I want you to like also think something you may face in life, you may not face. One of how do I word it? Okay, one devotee, senior devotee, well, I don't know what's the appropriate word. One devotee said in the class, Bhakti is just elements, is not a form of a person. Bhakti Devi is like that. So I don't know if anybody, all of you know what Alachua is. Alachua is like a hub. Mostly Prabhupada's disciple, most of the Prabhupada's disciple in this world right now, they all live in Alachua. It's very difficult to say something and just get away. They will catch you, grab you, correct you, or you will not be welcome. It's a good place to purify, but it can hurt because I got hurt many times too. So I got used now and I am just learning. It's good because somebody has to correct me. Salachua is a wonderful place in that sense. So one visitor, he said like this, senior, then immediately, I will not say, but their senior devotee also, other senior, they said, Pran Govinda, why don't you challenge? I said, no, this is not proper, but I don't want to. You can do it. He said, no, we don't want to do it. You do it. So we asked, and then Maharaj says, no, but it's an element, isn't it? I said, no, it's not element. Because you look at in fourth chapter Adi Lila, let me see, 68, 69, 6, maybe 70. You will see very clearly. If anybody has access, Adi Lila, you go there. Ladini Rasara Prema Prema Sara Bhava Bhavera Parama Kasta Nama Mahabhava. I used to memorize those because those are like a Siddhanta. It's very nice. Who is Radharani? Bhavera Param Kasta Nama Mahabhava Sarupini Sri Radha Thakurani Sarvaguna Khani Krishna Kanta Siromani. Okay. If anybody find there, you will see the verse is very clear. The essence of Ladini potency is Bhava. Essence of Bhava is Mahabhava. Essence of Mahabhava or the embodiment of Mahabhava, I forgot how proper translated. I'm translating in my way of understanding. Mahabhava Swarupini Sri Radha Thakurani. It's Radharani. Oh, there it is. Somebody put it. Purushottam Prabhu is here. So translation, Prabhu, can you read it? I cannot see here. What's the translation?
Hare Krishna, Baji, just a minute. The essence of the Ilajani potency is love of God. The essence of love of God is emotion, bhava. And the ultimate development of emotion is Mahabhava.
Keep going.
The purport.
No, not purport. Next verse.
The next verse, okay.
Who is Radharani? Who
Mahabhava
is saying?
Swarupa Shri Radha Thakurani Sarva Guna Khani Krishna Kanta Shiromani. Sri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava.
Okay.
She is the repository of all good qualities and the
So
crest
tell me,
jewel.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
is that bhakti, is that stage of bhakti is elements or a person?
Personality.
Ah,
She is the personality.
we should never think Bhakti Devi is not a person. These are not some metaphor or some idea. It is reality. We have the answer. Whether everybody, but then sometimes it's difficult. If I pretend like I'm very advanced and then somebody correct me, it's difficult for me to take it. But then, am I here to learn and become a good servant and humble, or I want to just stick to my status? It depends. I'm not here to correct anybody. I'm here to correct myself because I have a lot of fault. I know that. And I'm learning. So according to that, Prabhu, Mahatma Prabhu, Bhakti Devi is a person. And Tulsi Maharani is another person. Ontological, they are all truth. They are same personality. The three concepts we should always have. Tattvagata Vichar, Lilagata Vichar, Rasagata Vichar. Tattvagata Vichar, Balaram and Krishna are same. Yes or no? Both are God? Yes. But in Lilagata Vichar, are they same?
No, no.
Very good. You think like this. Don't consider them same. Because then Balaram wanted Subhadra not to marry Arjuna. But Krishna wanted Subhadra to marry Arjuna because that's what Subhadra wanted. So how can you say this is the same personality took a two form and like are going against each other? This is not a good understanding. Yes, in Tattvagata they are same God, same personality, but when they perform Lila, they are not same. We should be very clear. They are not same. Balaram is also his own personality. Otherwise, there is no meaning of this Lila. But Tattvagata, they are same, yes. But one has a different identity. Identity, I don't mean like I am American now, I was Indian. Not that kind of identity. Balaram literally feels I am a servant of Krishna. Prabhupada boldly said this, Ekala Ishwar Krishna ar sab britta, jare jai che na chai tai che kare nitta, spoken by Balaram. I said, wow, that's very powerful. I knew that verse, but I didn't know that Balaram spoke it. Prabhupada said, Balaram said this, including him, he's a servant. But Krishna doesn't think I'm a servant of Krishna. Krishna thinks I'm Krishna. Like this, we have to understand according to Tattvagata Vichar, according to Rasagata Vichar, and according to Lilagata Vichar. I hope I didn't confuse anybody or make it more complicated. Is that clear? Someone please tell me.
Can you say one more time the Rashogata Vichar?
Do you know what is Rasagata Vichar, mother?
Yes, the feelings and the emotion.
No.
Also.
No. Vidura Prabhu, you are making little noise. Rasagata Vichar means consideration of this Sthai Bhav, Anubhav, Vibhav, these are called Rasagata Vichar. It is not the English to Bengali, Bengali to English translation. Like when we say Rasa, Rasa is not just taste. Rasa is 5 components together.
Okay.
We have to be technical little bit. It's not exactly just translation of Sanskrit to English. Okay. I think, oh my God, time went by so far. We didn't even start today's session. Prem Prakash Prabhu, is that, what was the original question? Did I go off?
Prabhu, Mataji asked about Rasagat Vichar.
What happened?
Mataji was asking about Rasagat Vichar. So
Yeah.
if you can little that. So you said that there are the 5 components of rasa.
5 components, when you put together, then it becomes relishable, and Krishna relishes. So now, if you think of Balaram example, okay, Balaram example, are you familiar? Everybody is familiar with that pastimes of Arjuna? No, Subhadra. No, Arjuna kidnapping Subhadra. Yes, no.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay, so it is easy if you understand already. So then in that Leela, you can think that Balaram, when Arjuna was taking Subhadra away, then Balaram is ready with the club and his gang. Let's go attack right now. And he's very angry and he's going right now because idea was that Subhadra will marry to Duryodhan according to Balaram. Now, Krishna is a personality. We have to understand that Krishna tastes every rasa. You cannot imagine what Krishna does not taste. There is no such thing you can imagine. Krishna will taste every rasa. And our Acharya tried to explain so that we can understand from our angle. So it is because Krishna enjoys rasa in different ways with different people. Krishna is God, but Mother Yashoda sometimes chastises Krishna. She ties Krishna, threatens Krishna. Why does she do that? Ask yourself. Because that's the way Krishna rejoices in maternal rasa with her. She is in that relationship. So Krishna enjoys a fraternal rasa with Balaramji. So in one sense, we discuss that Balaram is at one level, non-different from Krishna. But he is also his own person. I hope you hammered in your consciousness on that. Please write it down. That he is also his own person. Beside he is non-different from Krishna. When Krishna wants to do something, Balaramji opposes that. Then there is an adventurousness, Prabhus and Mother, an excitement, isn't it? In resourcefulness for Krishna in making that happen. That's why I brought that example. When Arjuna and Subhadra, they wanted to marry each other. Now Krishna supported their marriage, but Balaram opposed that marriage. Then through that, what happened? Krishna gets an opportunity. Can you relate to that, what I'm talking? Krishna gets an opportunity. Who can oppose Krishna? Only Balaram. Nobody has power. But Krishna get an opportunity to reciprocate rasa in that opposition. Rasa is a very deep concept. Rasa just does not mean emotion or taste. It doesn't mean some flavor. In Bengal, they call, even in South India, there is rasham, no? Rasham, some liquid soup or something. In Bengal, they call rasham means juice of a some vegetable or something. But this word is misrepresented. Okay, those are, I'm not against those state their language. But when we talk about rasham in spiritual subject, it is not the same thing. Don't bring that idea. Then you will be misunderstanding. It doesn't mean flavor. It doesn't mean liquid soup of South India, rasam. It refers to sweetness that comes from relationship. And relationships, Prabhus and mothers, are various kinds. So even in having somebody oppose, there are two people. And those two people just constantly agree on each other. I don't know. I'm not attacking anybody's personal life. But imagine your spouse 100% whole life agree whatever you do. You never have a two separate opinion. Be honest. Tell me, will that be a really exciting life you have?
No, Prabhu, I don't think so. And
Thank
there is no
you.
opportunity to grow as well.
Sorry.
If
Thank
both
you
of you.
for understanding. Now, if you go to the opposite, or anytime when you say something, your spouse just oppose everything. That would be horrible also, I think.
That would be painful.
Yeah, thank you. So when we talk about Rasha, try to understand this way. Two people, there's some discussion, both their understanding goes deeper, then there is opposition, there are differences, also add spice to the relationship. Of course, spice is not only thing needed in relationship. If there are only difference, that can lead to conflicts. But differences in themselves also bring joy, variety to a relationship. So in Krishna and Balaram, if you look at it, Balaramji reciprocate with Krishna in a particular way, in which the two are very close to each other, extremely close to each other. They're almost one and different, but they have their significant difference. So Krishna takes particular position in a particular lila. Balaram will take maybe opposite position. Why Balaram does this? So that Krishna can have the rasa of negotiation, negotiating, innovating, and finding a way out. Krishna is the one who arranged this meeting, Arjuna and Subhadra. He asked Arjuna to impersonate as a mendicant. And you think like, what kind of God is that? Then he will be taken to the house, and then Duryodhan was the proposed groom which Balaram had in mind. And if you really look at this one transcendental soap opera, if you really think very deeply, it's so tasty. But we have to go into deeper in Rasa. When Arjuna went away with Subhadra, as I mentioned, Balaram was furious. He said, how dare! Now, he found out this is Arjuna, he's not a sannyasi. Of course, look at, even Krishna arranged that Arjuna should be pretender sannyasi. Now, is that a bona fide religious? That God tells someone to pretend as a sannyasi so he could be coming inside the palace and so he could actually be in love with this girl in the house. I mean, God should never do this. Come on. Don't put this logic. Then you are missing the rasa. Spiritual life is variety, is joy. Try to dive into according to Rupa Goswami Pad's idea. It's the forever you want. You don't want boring life sitting. Okay, I'm happy. Then what are you doing? There's nothing, just nothing to do. That will be really boring, even if you are happy, to me. So Arjuna went away with Subhadra. Now, before the whole thing happened, Krishna asked personally to Subhadra. Is not Krishna dictator? I hope you don't think Krishna is an autocrat dictator. No, Krishna is not an autocrat dictator. He's the most loving personality. He personally asked his sister, would you like to marry Duryodhan? She's shown a face. Those who are understanding the face mark, you can understand. She was like so sad and depressed face. Krishna says, you don't want to marry Duryodhan. She said, absolutely not. Okay. Krishna did not, even though Krishna is behind everything, but Krishna did not do on his own idea. It is her idea. But she didn't even know that that was Arjuna who dressed like a sannyasi and coming. Krishna's arrangement. Don't ask all this, and if you don't understand, ask Krishna or our Acharya explain. Now, what happened? Krishna expertly arranged the marriage. So with respect to Duryodhan, on the particular case, Balaramji favored him so that Krishna would enjoy the rasa of somebody opposing him. And Krishna expertly countered that opposition. You know how he did? When Balaram is ready to run after Arjuna and Krishna is on the way, Krishna is right outside the door, and Krishna is laughing. Balaram said, you are laughing. Did you just see Arjuna? And Krishna is laughing. What happened? He said, what happened? Arjuna just kidnapped our sister. And Krishna is still laughing. You know, like in serious matter, if a senior responsible person is cracking up, how serious you will become. You think like this, you know. And Balaram is looking at Krishna. Why are you laughing at it? He said, you said Arjuna kidnapped Subhadra. I'm looking at the chariot. Who is taking who? And then Balaram looked at very close from far. It is Subhadra who is taking the chariot away. Arjuna is on the back trying to see if somebody attack him. He's going to. So Krishna asked Balaram, is Arjuna taking her away or she's taking Arjuna away? And Balaram is now looking. You knew the whole plot? So no, I'm just asking you a question. You want ultimate happiness for your sister, isn't it, brother? Balaram say, of course. Well, if you kill Arjuna, they are actually in a Gandharva Vivaha because they already exchanged the garland while they are climbing to the chariot. So you don't want to see your sister widow whole life, do you? Balaram is like shot back, you know, like, wait a minute, what am I doing? No, I don't want to see my sister widow whole life. So then Balaram asks, you knew all this all along? Krishna says, no, I'm just seeing the scenery. This is Krishna, Prabhu's and mother. He creates. The whole Leela is all tasteful. It depends. It's not Balaram is like against him or anything. Balaram is allowing Krishna. Balaram, now, sometime, of course, I don't know, some of you may be thinking like, is Balaram using Duryodhan to give pleasure to Krishna? Not like this, Prabhu's and mother. Actually, they do not take advantage of anybody. Balaramji favored him so that Krishna would enjoy the rasa of somebody opposing him. And Krishna expertly countered that opposition. And Krishna explained his position. And Balaram accepted. Same way with respect to Duryodhan. He went to Balaramji. He asked for guidance and training. Balaramji trained him in his fight. Then Krishna and his devotee, when they have something to do, they also need someone to oppose. And opposition also become a rasa Can you remember that? The opposition, even Balaram in future, he will think, oh, I was against Krishna. That's not good. I love him, but he's right. And Balaram will be crying for Krishna because he did something, was opposed to Krishna. This is how the Rasa is. Attraction increases for each other. It's not a boring life. It's a dynamic, excitement life. Balaramji serves Krishna, Prabhu's and mother, on certain occasion by acting in opposite ways so as to spice their relationship. So that is why Balaram is in favor of Duryodhana in certain occasion. Is that clear, everybody? You can see the Rasham, where it is. Rasagata Bichar.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. This was a wonderful explanation.
Okay. Yes, Thakurji.
Yeah, Krishna Prabhu. So also after the fight with Rukmi and Lord Krishna, and then yeah, disfigured Rukmi, cut up, yeah. So Balaram came out with a bit chastising Krishna, say, he's our future brother-in-law. So how is it that you're going to disfigure him? Because Krishna wanted to kill him according to Leela, but he said no. So he disfigured him, cut different parts of his ear. So it looked, very funny. So Balaram said, hey, he's your future brother-in-law. How come you treat him like that? So that's another part of the Leela.
Yes.
Which is very
Yes.
nice. Yeah.
You got it, Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah.
That is true. Everybody is okay? Okay. So everybody is also clear with the Vishnu Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti, no more argument, no more misunderstanding. I hope, it should be clear in the head that we should follow our Prabhupada and Guru Parampara, the way Shastra depicts, we should just follow. If we have a doubt, let's discuss within the devotees to clear out. But we should not change anything. Just focus what Prabhupada gave and Krishna gave. Just follow like this.
Just follow like this. Then
Okay, Mother Harsha Devi.
Okay, Mother Harsha Devi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The main question was Bhagwan Krishna and Vishnu. Both are, Krishna is the Vishnu. That is our whole discussion is after that. And in the Bhishma Dev Stuti, Bhishma Dev also says that Eshave Bhagwan Shakshat Adyo Narayana Puman. And in the 10th canto, 14th chapter, 14th shlok, the Brahmaji also says something like that. And so it is very nice purport in this Bhishma Stuti. The Prabhupada wrote very nice about the Bhagwan is Adya Narayan, means Adya Vishnu. Just I want to tell that.
You have to add little more.
You have to add little more. It is.
I hear my own echo. You have to mute. Okay, good. What Bhishma Dev is saying to Krishna, that you are the Adya Narayana. This is perfect understanding. They never get bewildered. Bhishma Dev never get bewildered. But people don't understand, Mother. It's a very fact. A lot of Hindus don't understand Bhishma Dev's position. Only devotees who study Bhagavatam understand. Bhishma Dev had a complete, clear understanding. Such a wonderful soul. Thank you for bringing that. Okay. Everybody is good with that. Now we are going to look for Prem Prakash Prabhu's presentation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Oh, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Just give me 1 minute. All of a sudden, somebody texts me that I did not finish the the Dijapatnis, because it is you talking about Rasabhas today. I really have to give the I'll finish in 5 minutes the conclusion of Rasabhas on this. Not Rasabhas. Rasabhas has a 3 division. I'm sure you probably have a slide of this 3. Apashar, Anushar. Okay. So I'll just discuss this very quick. The idea here, the setting and the script written on the canvas, or maybe after you finish this, I'll probably explain will be better, because they will have already structure what we are talking. Go ahead, Prabhu. This will be good, actually.
Okay, Prabhu.
Now, Prabhu, if you like, you can go also slideshow. Okay, you got it. Good.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, audible and visual, both. Visible.
My humble obeisances and Dandavat Pranam to His Grace Sri Prem Govind Guru Maharaj. As I said earlier, I need your blessings and mercy for today and always. I am most grateful for your teaching and insight for Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, considering it to be most difficult to understand. I thank Prahladanand Prabhuji for giving me an opportunity to present this and having total faith in me. This I'm especially saying because he never asked me whether I have prepared or not. He was fully confident on me. I'm really grateful, Prabhuji. My obeisances and dandavat to all devotees present in this August gathering for their kind association for last 4 weeks during this teaching program. I am the last presenter, so I had a luxury of time. I'm trying to put some words in their appropriate perspective to facilitate understanding. But forgive me when they don't actually match perfectly well. It is just a simile that I look forward to. I'm also trying to use the age-old Sastric method of putting up an analogy of instances to clarify the truth. The subject today is perverted expression of mallows. At this point, I would ask permission of Harsha Mataji for using her first 2 slides so that I could connect with her talk, because I am actually going further to her talk. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I can share in the WhatsApp.
No, that's all right, Mataji. I have it.
Okay,
thank you. I just need your permission to show it. As Harsha Mataji said, there are 2 different rasis, the primary rasis and the secondary rasis. They are 5 and 7 in number. And then she elaborately told us all about different rasis with rasas with compatibility and incompatibility. The subject is Rasabhasa. I'm trying to put it as we say Nama Parada, Nama Bhasha, and Suddha Nama. Rasabhasa or Ras Abhasha means virtually the same thing. By definition, it is an incompatible mixture of mellows. Classification goes like this: Uparasa, which is false expression of mellows; 2, Anurasa, imitation mellows; and 3rd, Aparasa, perverted or misrepresented mellows. The material world is a perverted presentation of the spiritual world, as we all know, and this is how probably we would be able to understand Rasabhasa. This again, the perverted impression, not literally same as it is said here. Uparasa, false expression. I'm trying to give you the incidences so that it could be easily understood what I mean by Uparasa. If I go on defining them, it would be very difficult to understand. After Krishna chastised the Kaliya Naga in the Yamuna river by dancing on his heads, the Kaliya Naga's wives addressed Krishna, "Dear coward boy, we are all only young wives of Kaliya Naga. So why do you agitate our minds by sounding your flute?" Kaliya's wives were flattering Krishna here so that he would spare their husband. I hope that's very clear how we define Uparasa. Anurasa. Anukaran, we all know, is following something or imitating something. So this is imitation mellow. While Narada Muni was passing through Vrindavan, he saw the famous parrot couple that always accompanied Lord Krishna in one of the tree of Bandiravana forest. The couple was imitating some discussion they had heard upon the Vedanta philosophy and thus were seemingly arguing upon various philosophical points. Upon seeing these, Narada Muni was struck with wonder and he began to stare without moving his eyelids. So that's again just simple imitation. They really do not mean anything, but it appears as if they are discussing great points in great details. The third one is aparasa, perverted or misrepresented mallow. When Krishna was fleeing from the battlefield, from a distant place, Jarasanga was watching him with restless eyes and was feeling very proud. Being thus puffed up with his conquest, he was repeatedly laughing. We will look at Uparasa in a little detail now. When a person has passed completely, now this is what is being said by impersonalist who had just seen Krishna. Understand the difference. Impersonalist who has just seen Krishna. When a person has passed completely from all contaminations of material existence, he relishes transcendental bliss of being established in trance. But when I saw you, Krishna, I experienced the same bliss. This perverted reflection of mallows is called Santa Uparasa, or a perverted reflection of mixed impersonalism and personalism. We'll go through another similar example. Another impersonalist described, whenever I am glancing, I simply see your personality. Therefore, I know that you are the uncontaminated Brahman effulgence, the supreme cause of all causes. I think that there is nothing but you in this cosmic manifestation. This is another example of Uparasa, or a perverted reflection of imperialism, impersonalism, and personalism. A few more examples, which are very, again, with the instances. We are now talking about Uparasa in fraternal affection and neutrality. When Madhumangala, an intimate friend of Krishna, was dancing before Krishna in a joking manner, no one was paying any attention to him. And he jokingly said, "My dear Lord, please be merciful upon me. I am praying for your mercy." I hope that's very clear. Uparasa in a perverted reflection of parental love. So reflection, perverted, of parental love. Kansa once addressed his sister Devaki, "My dear sister, having seen your dear son Krishna, I think that he is so strong that he can kill even wrestlers as strong as the mountains. So I'll have no more anxieties about him, even if he is engaged in a terrible fight." Uparasa in a conjugal love, it's actually a combination of conjugal and parental love, where the conjugal love becomes predominant. The wives of Yajnika, Brahmanas, were all young girls, and they were attracted to Krishna in the same way as the gopis of Vrindavan. Out of their attraction, they distributed food to Krishna. Two devotional mellows are conjugal love and parental love, the resultant called conjugal love. This is from Lalit Madhava, written by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Prabhuji explained to us this in great detail, and I think that goes whatever it is said here. Uprasa by divided interest in conjugal love. One of Srimati Radharani's friend told her, my dear Gandharvika, you were the most chaste woman in our village, but now you have divided yourself and are partially chaste and partially unchaste. If it is due to Cupid's influence upon you after you saw Krishna and heard the sound of his flute. The feelings between lover and beloved create perverted reflection of mallows in many ways. The gopis have become purified by Krishna's glance, and as such, Cupid's influence is directly visible on their bodies. Although in material sense, the glancing of a boy at a girl is kind of a pollution. When Krishna throws his transcendental glance at the gopis, they become purified. Because Krishna is the absolute truth, any action by him is transcendentally pure. I hope that's very clear. Uparasa caused by impotence in conjugal love. One devotee said, my dear Govinda, here is a nice flowery bush in Kailasha. I am a young girl and you are a young poetic boy. After this, what more can I say? You just consider. These are the two examples of Anurasa and Aparasa that we dealt with earlier. A small caveat petition. Everything in connection with Krishna is called ecstatic devotional love, although it may be exhibited in different ways, sometimes in right order and sometimes as perverted reflection. According to the opinion of all expert devotees, and I'm repeating it, according to the opinion of all expert devotees, anything that will arouse ecstatic love for Krishna is to be taken as an impetus for transcendental mellow. The last sentence I feel is very important. According to the opinion of all expert devotees, anything that will arouse ecstatic love for Krishna is to be taken as an impetus for transcendental mellow. Prabhuji, with your permission, I am including the last concluding book Prabhupada has written. Srila Rupa Goswami Pada concluded that Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is very difficult for ordinary man to understand. Yet, he hopes that Lord Krishna will be pleased with his presentation of this book. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad finished Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in 1552 while he was present and living at Gokula Vrindavana at all different places with headquarters at Radha Damodar temple of present day Vrindavan. There are two different tomb-like structures in Radha Damodar temple, one being bhajan execution of devotional service for Srila Rupa Goswami Pada, and the other where his body is entombed. And this place is still commemorated regularly. There is a bhajan place of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada just behind the tomb used by him till 1965. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Wonderful.
Koti Vanda.
Wonderful, wonderful presentation, Prabhu. You made it. The last is the best.
Prabhuji, your mercy and your blessings. I never understood Rasamrita Sindhu so well that I cleared my thoughts at least for a time being so excellently well. My million salutes and my gratitude to you, Prabhuji, for lifetime.
Hare Krishna. Please bless us and pray for us too, so we all can proceed. Okay. Any question to Prabhuji's?
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to say how you have helped me appreciate this this Leela that we're engaging in right now. Thank you so very much for giving me that attitude of gratitude for your service, for your devotion with this chapter. Hari Bo, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mother.
Thank you, Mother, for appreciating.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother Janaki Devi, you surprised me. You are here.
I know I came on the last day because Dr. Prakash Prabhu happens to be a good friend of mine, and I wanted to be in his, to hear him out today. Hare Krishna, Prakash Prabhu. I want to ask you, would it be right to equate uparasa with euphemism, where you want to express something, very strongly, but then you bring out the rasa by really by softening the whole thing and increasing the impact of it?
Hare Krishna, Janaki Mataji.
Hare
I
Krishna.
think you are right in the point. Basically, if one wants to say something else and says something differently, but ultimately takes you there. That's what, if I'm making myself very clear, I mean, it's going on here and there. Basically, if you look at it, if you look at uprasas, they are, if we talk in our material language, if you understand the medical part of it, say for example, people are taking drinks, they don't mix drinks, two different drinks. If they mix it, that converts into a medical crisis because the rasas are not meant for that. So that's what I mean by uprasa. I hope I'm not bringing the wrong subject in a wrong place, but that's what happens. So ultimately, a medical crisis is created out of so-called enjoyment. So similar thing happens with all uprasas. I hope I
Thank you.
made myself clear, Mataji.
No, it's good. Thank you. I just wanted the clarity on that. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, and thank you for attending. I really appreciate it.
Prabhu, there are few hands up. You are the host. Please call them up.
I'm sorry, I can't see the hand.
Okay, I'll call for you. Kamala Devi.
Hey Krishna Prabhuji Ram, and thank you so much for this beautiful presentation, Prabhu. And I hope I can learn from you to be concise and precise. Mine was a little too long, but anyways. But thank you so much, Prabhuji. This was really, really very nice to hear, and we understood so much. It clarified so many doubts about the Uparasa and everything. So I really appreciate you and all the other devotees who have presented their presentations, but I couldn't express my gratitude because I was listening passively. So I just appreciate all of you and thank you so much for this wonderful association. Thank you so much. And for special thanks to Pran Govind Prabhuji for organizing this and bringing us all together and teaching us Nectar of Devotion so well, Prabhuji. I had so many doubts and they're now like more clear now. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother Kamala.
All teachings of Guru, and I mean, Krishna is speaking. I'm just a messenger.
Good. Good view, Prabhu. Thakur Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. As usual, an appreciation to all the presenters and for you, Prabhu Pran Govind, for monitoring sessions. And I'd just like to say, I know devotees tend to be modest, but it is said that if a messenger brings a package to you, you usually show some appreciation. You know, sometimes a tip is okay. So we are modest, but it's saying that appreciation is there. You know, probably you did that. So all the presenters have done pretty well. And as somebody said that although I had a little bit of one is the introduction to the Nectar devotion, but I've been going through with it. I've been hearing the presenters and having the presentation myself. The appreciation or the knowledge that we have gathered, at least myself, is I've gone leaps and bounds. So it has been a wonderful experience. So the appreciation is there for everybody who was presented, and for you, Prabhu, who was directed the proceedings. That's my bit. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you. You said something interesting. In the introduction of Nectar Devotion, Prabhupada did talk about Rasam. But he also said, if I remember, he said there is no actual translation of Rasa in English. But Prabhupada did his best and we are trying to follow same way. And Prem Prakash Prabhu, I think he did a very fantastic job. Good. Thank you. Mother Padmini Devi.
Thank you very much. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I just want to express that today you started the class with what you studied, you apply in your life, and what you will share it with others. That's what you started with that note in the beginning. And then you gave us wonderful explanation about Tattva, Leela, and Rasa. We were so much immersed in understanding a different concept. As you came down to Rasa, and Prabhu took over and he was talking about the most complex things that we didn't understand earlier. When I read the book, I was not sure about this concept, the 51st chapter, but he made it so nice, so clear. He just divided into 3 components with such wonderful, suitable examples. He taught us how to enjoy that rasa. That's what I believe. So even that rasa we really enjoyed under your guidance-ship, and I thank Krishna for giving me this opportunity to be under your guidance and to hear such wonderful lectures, and which really gave a different upliftment in my spiritual understanding of this rasa concept. I thank you so much, Prabhu, and I thank him for that wonderful presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother Padmini Devi. Prem Prakash Prabhu, would you respond to Mother Padmini Devi's appreciation?
Thank you very much, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Our teachers are teaching us and we are just reflecting. So I consider more or less as a mirror. Whatever good things that happens, it is happening because of our Shiksha Gurus. And they really take us further and further. All we need to do is just cling on to them, hold on the rope and be with them. They will take us. That much faith we must have if we want to continue the Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhu. Exactly.
Thank you. I have to remember that. We have to cling on it. Cling on their teachings. Thank you. Okay. I think we are completed today. No, not yet. Tomorrow. I want everybody to please bring. It's not an, there is no exception. Everybody has to say something. What you are taking away from 1 month class versus, it will be nice if you say, I'm taking this, actually I'm applying, or I understood and I'm going to share, or I did share. Something it will retain with you, it's attractive. When it is applicable to you, it can apply to others. So I think that will be very good. With that note, let's see. Mother Kamala Devi raised her hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So I thought that you're concluding, but I have this question about this Dvij Patnis. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep today. I just wanted to remind you for that.
What happened?
Like the question about the Dvij Patnis, why they were not given entry in Vrindavan.
Oh, Dija Patnis.
Yes, Prabhu.
Otherwise, you won't be able to sleep. Wow. That's a very nice upliftment. You will be concerned about Krishna's relationship with Dija Patnis. It's very nice. Any other? Or should I go to Dija Patnis quickly and finish that? Let's see. I thought those, Prabhu, Prem Prakash Prabhu, can you share those slides also for the whole audience?
Most certainly, Prabhuji. I'll put it up in the WhatsApp group. I'll put it up tomorrow morning in the WhatsApp group, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Is that all, or you want me to do something different?
No, this is good. WhatsApp group will be good. I think then this will get it. Mother Sankari Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. I'll not be there tomorrow, Prabhu, because I have a work commitment. It was supposed to, I thought that it was last Friday, so that's why I joined in late last Friday, but I know it's tomorrow. So I want to express, what I have learned. And is that okay, Prabhu, if I do it today?
You can take off for 5 minutes and come in between tomorrow.
It would be difficult, Prabhu, because I'm taking a session with my students. So I'll be in a live class. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. So it's okay, Prabhu. Probably I'll just write it and send it to WhatsApp group, if that's okay.
That will be good. So everybody can get it. Will be good.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Dijapatnis was not a very complicated. You can think, I was thinking like how to make it into simple. Krishna has a Sapta Sankalpa Shakti. Sattva Sankalpa Shakti, potency to fulfill his own desire. The verse goes, Ichha Shakti Pradhan Krishna Ichha Sarva Karta, Jnana Shakti Pradhan Vasudeva Dhishtata. Each form has a particular function. And Krishna form, Krishna Rupam, has a particular function that his desire predominates over all his incarnation desire. If Krishna decide Balaram should not know for 1 year that what he did as an expansion of all the coward boys and the calves, Balaram did not know. Even though Balaram is non-different from Krishna. If Krishna doesn't decide, if Krishna decides that Narayan will never know this pastime, even though Narayan is supreme absolute truth, Narayan will not know. Try to understand, we are not trying to be biased, but we have to understand, recognize Krishna who he is. Krishna's position, even though they are all one in Vishnu Tattva, but not really all one. Even though it's all one, means Krishna has a upper hands. He controls certain things. Another point is also Krishna's beauty supersedes any other form. All other forms are attracted to Krishna's beauty. This is not possible, any incarnation to duplicate. Yes, they can perform particular aspect of Krishna's beauty or Krishna's power, Krishna's different quality. But Krishna is one form, has all unlimited in one package. That cannot be duplicated. In one sense, there is no difference. Another sense, there are differences. But we don't say too loudly about it. Because then people will think, oh my God, Krishna devotees are really fanatic. They think their God is everything, no God. It's true in one sense, but we are not fanatic. We are just stating the fact. So point of Rasha Tattva, Leela Shakti was concerned with the cited and article under discussion that Rupa Goswami Pad writes, Sthai Bhava of Madhur Ras is distorted when the love between two persons is one-sided. And one of the chapter in Ujjwal Nilmani described this very details. So one-sided rati here is that Ashray Alamban. You remember all Vibhav has a two components, Uddipan, Alamban. Alamban has another two components, Ashray Alamban and Vishalamban. Who is supplying and who is relishing, or who is serving, who is relishing. And when you think Alambam Vibhav is that the Brahmani body, the Dijapatnis are wives of Brahmani. Rather than Gopi body, that corresponds with Krishna's Gopo body. Can anyone figure it out why Dijapatni's body is not fit for Krishna to dance with her? It's a very simple logic. Because there are how many types of mother in this world according to scriptures?
7.
Seven mothers. And one of the 7 mothers are Brahmana's wife.
Brahmana's wives.
Can you understand? So they have Gopi's mood. But the verse says, Bhajya Antar, Jabe Gopi Deha Paila, Sei Sange Rasa, Krishna Sange Rasa Kriya Koila. In the example, one-sided rati, there is an irregularity in the bodies of the Brahmins' wives, since their bodies are from Brahmin family. You think like you want to become a fanatic on the caste system? Hey, spiritually it is. Krishna says, I never dance with anybody's, any girls, any wife, non-Gop Jati. If anybody has access, Adilila, Purushottam Prabhu is here, he can find it. He is a genius. It's called Sutigan, Gopigan and Anugata. In that is chapter 9, Madhya I think 133, I could be wrong. There is sequence, at least 22 verses. But one of the verses, it says, Krishna eka gopo jati gopi preyoshi tahar. Devi ba annasti na karen angikar. Wow. Even the most beautiful girl can go from heaven to Krishna. Krishna does not accept. Krishna will not accept any girl from anywhere, anyhow, unless that girl is born in a Gop Jati. The real caste system fanaticism. No, it is actually best because there is a culture that Krishna wants to taste. Otherwise, so whoever qualifies, they have to re-enter into the womb of a Gopi mother in Vrindavan. And then they will be eligible internally and externally for Krishna to enjoy dancing with them. This causes irregularity in the roti, being one-sided. Since it is improper, it does not invoke a similar roti in Krishna. Try to grasp that. This is very important. So there is also an important difference between Brahmins and Gopikas' response to Krishna's instruction. The Brahmins went home after being instructed to do so by Krishna. Whereas Gopikas, did they go home when Krishna told them middle of the night, okay, you have come. Did you come to see the village? I mean, forest? Well, you all are married, should not be out in dark night. Okay, if you came to see the full moon, probably you have seen, now you can go. So many talk. Did they go back?
No.
No. They came up on their own. Krishna, you are so good teacher. You are our perfect guru. You are teaching what is proper, improper. Let us serve our guru. We are not going home. And the way we serve our guru by dancing with him. Krishna fell for it. You can see it. Now the Brahmana's wife, when Krishna said the similar thing, you should go back home, they left. Body has a social, even emotional effect. So what will be the ultimate? As I mentioned, there is a difference between Brahmanes and Gopikas' response to Krishna's instruction. And if you think very deeply, how could the Brahmanes have attained Gopi Bhav then and there? How? It says to dance with Krishna because he belongs to Krishna caste. You have to be Gopi. So how they could? Ramananda Rai told this to Mahaprabhu. There is no other way. The glorious Brahmanes attained their ideal, I would say, perfect ideal internally in suitable spiritual bodies. They were Brahmanes appearing in the manifest lila by good fortune. From there, they advance further to attain their spiritual bodies. And this is what Krishna's blessing was. So there is a two way to look at it. One is some of the Brahmanis or Brahmana's wives did not go back. They had an intense separation feeling from Krishna. They do not want to live without him after finally meeting him face to face. They left their body. They literally awakened spiritual body and went to Golok Vrindavan to unite with Krishna for eternal life. As a gopi, of course, they had to take birth there. So they cannot go to, now in Golok Vrindavan, is there a birth? Is there a Janma Lila? No. There's no Janma Lila. Janma Lila only on the, not material world, but how do you say, Bhoma Dham. It is in the material world, but it happens in the Holy Dham, not in the material world. The Holy Dham manifests, Krishna takes birth, then the gopis takes birth, then all the newcomers, like all of you from the Zoom, you will take birth there. And we're just reading other day, Prabhupada says, just like the sun, in one sense, suns never set because sun is always there, but it is the globe, the earth, planet going like this, rotating. It looks like sun is setting. But sun is setting to our eyes. Somewhere else, sun is rising. When sun is arising and sun is setting, what is the difference actually to the sun? There is no difference. But the viewer, perceiver, see from their own standpoint, difference view. Oh, for us, sun is setting. Somewhere else, like right now is about noontime in Florida. And in Hawaii, they're just seeing that morning, early morning, sun is about to rise. For us, no, sun is all about to go down now. Yes, that's from us because we are expecting like this. That's how we are end up here. But if I was in Hawaii right now, I will be seeing like sun is rising now. Japan, sun is rising now. So sun is always there. So similarly, Krishna Lila is always there. But in some planet, this Lila is just about to begin. So you will be taking birth there. So the Dijapotnis, they will be taking birth there. Even that, there's a few gradation are, but Jogomaya is overall organizing whole thing, and then they will be accepted by Krishna. And once they are accepted, then you never, ever come to this material world. Or you will not even know there is a material world. Right now we know material world, or I should not say we. Right now I know material world because I'm not yet there. I'm in the material world. Caste, Brahmana is a caste, Gopi is a caste. Caste is no impediment to attain one's ideal in Krishna Bhakti. Brahmanis attain their ideal, and in doing so, spiritual form suitable for prema rasa within the lila. Is that make sense, Mother Kamala Devi? Are you there? I don't know if you are here even. Oh,
Yes,
you are
Prabhu.
there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you
Does
so
that
much.
make sense? Have you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji. It was really very wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for taking time explaining this. Thank you.
Regarding the Sruti, thank you. Regarding the Sruti Chari, Munichari, there's many verses given. And one verse was very fascinating, if I can, if Krishna reminds. Maya, yes. Maya kalpita tadrikas when the Srutichari, the different people, like all of you, one day you will go to Krishna's abode and even eventually you will enter there. And how it takes place from Vastu Gata to Sarup Gata. Sarup Gata to Vastu Gata, or Sarup Siddhi to Vastu Siddhi. This is not, we have to focus too much, but we have to know where we are heading, how it takes place. It says that many gopis from different groups, there are 16,000 groups comes in Sarat Raslila. Sarat Raslila means everybody can attain. No, not attain, enter. Everybody can enter from millions of universes. When they're qualified, Yogamaya just send them one by one by one by one. They send them. And they all come in a different group. But then when they come in a group, they have to have some guidance and other. That's why Krishna disappeared from Raslila to establish Srimati Radharani's position, because they heard Radharani's position just like we hear. But do we give Radharani's position higher? Maybe we think. But when it comes to, if Krishna stand there, you will not be thinking like, why is Radharani? You will be saying, my Lord, you are here. You probably just will go with it. So like this. So there has to be some pastimes where Krishna will play the flute. And when somebody is qualified, they came, they have a family life. Now, when you understand the tattva, you never get disturbed. When you don't understand the tattva, then you get disturbed. Like for an example, I give you right now. So one gopi girl, she came from outside and she saw first time to Krishna. She just newly married in Vrindavan, in some planet. After seeing Krishna, she became hypnotized. Krishna's form is literary, will undoubtedly seizes all your senses. You lose completely your own self. You feel like you want to completely give yourself to this personality. It's unbelievable, beautiful, unbelievable, loving personality that you will not think anything else but to please that person. Just like a magnet. When you look at the magnet and the iron, if it's clean iron, it looks like irons are like helplessly moving with the magnet. Wherever magnet, Prabhupada gave that example. Srila Prabhupada said, in Vrindavan, you don't see what Brajavashi is doing what. You see what Krishna is doing. Brajavashi is just like after him. So we don't need to think what Brajavashi does. We should think what Krishna does. Because Brajavashis are after. And Krishna can manifest into million places, same time. Nobody knows. It's very mystery. This girl sees first time. She got so hypnotized that she cannot be even revived to normalcy what we think in the material world. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gave an example that when this happened to a girl, well, she was, first of all, prohibited not to meet Nanda Maharaj's son. So she said, I'm just newly married. I wonder, like, I hear about him, Nanda Maharaj's son. Can I just look at him one more time? She has no clue but that she did so many Zoom classes. She has no clue that she did so much chanting, so much prasadam, so much cry for Krishna. Finally, she came there. But it appears like she's just an ordinary girl, got married to a Braja coward boy. But then she getting little, not irritated, how do you say properly? Hearing and underlining attraction, like her mother-in-law will say, don't ever go to see Nanda Maharaj's son. She said, who is Nanda Maharaj's son? Well, I'm just warning you, even if you hear in future. She just got newly married. And then you wonder, after some time she sees her sister-in-law, mother-in-law, everybody goes every day, morning, evening, to see Krishna. And they spend like almost whole day. Then she said, how come you all are going? How come I cannot see? Shh, you don't ask. You do what you are told to do. Don't think of him. Don't think of ever meeting him. It sounds like a very sarcasm, like it sounds like it's not, doesn't sound like very attractive. It's like, why it is so hard? Now it is because we are coming from conditional life. So then what happened? They try to revive her back to normal. No, sorry, I have to go back. So one day she thinks, every day my sister-in-law sneak out of the house, every day morning, to look for Nanda Maharaj's son. Where does she go and meet? And they don't want me to think or do. I want to see him. And more she thinks, she's getting like a pulled away from her own heart. She said, I'm going to do it. So she goes, sneakily goes to the village road, to the big road where Krishna with his cowherd boys, with millions of cows and millions of boys, they're all dancing, singing, jubilant every day, morning, going to the forest and coming back. Then she sneaks out and she's like hiding behind the bush and trying to see Nanda Maharaj's son. She never know who Nanda Maharaj's son is. So she hears the kirtan, all the cowherd boys singing always about the glory of Krishna. They're just so much in love, they sing Krishna's. They love him, that's why. Then all of a sudden, she's trying to like pushes the hedges to sneak through. And then she all of a sudden found a little baby calf. There's millions of calf also on the road, just running and dancing, going with the flow with the boys. One calf from nowhere jumped on her lap in the bush. And she said, where do you come from? And this calf is like hugging to her and it's like leaning on her body and like, calf is like feel very comfortable. And she's like, oh my God, I love this calf. It's so kind, so nice. All of a sudden, a young boy just appeared there and lift her chin, and she looks at Krishna face to face. And Krishna says, this is my calf. I came to collect my calf back. That was and then as Krishna lived, then he introduced her who he is. He said, I am a son of Nanda Maharaj. I'm known as Krishna. I have to take care of the calves. Bye. Gone. What happened to her? She got hypnotized. Nothing works. So the in-laws will put, for an example, 7 pots on the head, one on top of him. Go fetch water from the well. Fill it up, all the water come and come back. She's just a young girl. She's learning the training. And so Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, then they put a baby, a little baby infant child on her lap, with her hand. And other hand, she has a rope because she has to tie up the bucket with the rope to throw in the well, bring the water, fill it up, and then carry this on top and then carry the baby. And now for us, maybe it's difficult to understand, but in the village still today, they do those pots carry like that, young girl. So then when she got so hypnotized, they have no idea. She has no idea what she's doing, but she's going on. So when she goes to the well, instead of putting the empty bucket in the well with the rope, she's putting the baby in the bucket and throwing in the well. Seeing this, they all ran and immediately jump and pull out the baby and said, oh my God, she is completely out of this world. She's okay, come back to the house, grind the rice paddy. So she put some mustard seed and grinding it. No, it's supposed to be rice paddy. So like this, several tests. And after that, they realize, okay, she is not qualified anymore to live in this world. She has to go to a mental hospital of Srimati Radharani. Then she joins there. And that's how she forever lives there. Now, some of you will think like, my God, that sounds like very harsh. No, it is not actually harsh anything. It is materially looks like all created. I give you one more example. When you think like this, it's very funny. This girl got married, children, family, everything, but she did many Zoom classes probably. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur did not mention about Zoom class. I'm just adding it. He said, did it probably so many live bhajan, sadhan, kirtan, honoring prasadam, chanting, dancing, did. Finally got in Vrindavan, got married, and then children, and then slowly amongst the other married lady, they start talking, and then the whisper news about Nanda Maharaj's son is so attractive, I don't care anything in this life. I just want to look at him again and again and again. Can I just live there and just stare at him whole day, night? It's like they talk, all the village girls talk. One time when Nanda Maharaj's son is 8 years old, he plays the flute. This is after Govardhan Lila. Govardhan Lila on 7 years. He literally gave them the assurance. And then next year is Ras Lila, first time. In the middle of the night, well, the flute sound comes in the evening. There will be a Ras Lila, first meeting. And each girl, they have children, they're cooking, and they have to take care of the in-laws and everything. But the flute sound coming in through the window to the ear of that girl, and nobody else is hearing in the house, only her. And it goes to the heart, still the heart. Flute takes the heart and throws at the lotus feet of Krishna in the forest. And this girl is saying, first time in my life, I'm going to meet him face to face. I don't care anything else. I will do any way to go and meet him. So she thinks, but then she looks around. All of a sudden, she sees her husband with a stick at the door. He said, I have a feeling like you want to go outside in this dark night. Now, like sounds like very painful. No, it is not. This is what my point is. Then at one point, she will dive herself inside within so deeply and emotionally, and then she will cry, but she cannot express this in front of in-laws and everyone, children. So she will come to a conclusion, I don't care anything. If I cannot meet Nanda Maharaj's son, I'll give up my life. She's about to leave this world because she's so desperate to move. And she can hear the flute is calling. At that moment, she will see. This verse is very nicely given. If anyone is familiar with the sloka, you can see. It's in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Maya kalpita tadrika stri shilane na anasuyavi na jatu braja devi nam pativi sahasangama. Maya kalpita tadrika stri. She is about to give her life. She is about to give up her life. Then she sees all of a sudden, she's crying so loud. There is another girl right in front of her, just like her. Maya Kalpita Tadrika Stri, another wife of this family. Oh, that's my duplicate. How this duplicate came? She's not even asking too many questions because her attachment to Krishna. Then she looks at herself. Wow, I have a beautiful body. I can serve Nanda Maharaj's son with this body. And then she sees the door open. Nobody is there with the stick. Nobody is guarding. Everything is clear. She just runs and runs. If there is a little lacking sometimes, she may get few more tests. Like she will be running in the jungle to meet Krishna, where the sound of the flute coming from, she's running after. But there is sometime from the big branches of a big trees, big python snake looks like try to grab people. But this gopi girl thinking, I don't have a time to fight with this python. Let me go. And she's trying to grab, but the snake sometime grab. Then after some realization, she realized it is not a snake. It is the hand of Krishna. Krishna lies. Krishna expand into millions. Krishna lies on the branch of a tree, and you'll see in Nectar of Devotion, it says Krishna's hand is like a snake. It's not like Krishna's hand is like snake. You feel like it's so soothing, so cuddling is not a hurting, but you feel like you can't get out. Like once it wraps. And then Krishna just jumped down and meet the girl and accept her. That's called Bostu Siddhi. Sounds like very painful. Externally, yes. Internally, whole thing is a show created by Yogamaya. From that moment, that acceptance, they do not see anything material. There's no obstacle. Everything is 100% pure in spiritual realm. Okay, I hope I didn't scare anyone or discourage or anything. So now you know what happened to Dijapatnis. Some, they left instantly, and there was a duplicate. Dijapatni went to home. Some went, later on they left this world and went. But some instantly went. It's individual choice to be with Krishna forever. But with that body, Krishna could never dance or be their boyfriend forever. They have to have a gopi. Dynasty, gopi, body, not Brahmani body. Okay. Any conclusion on that, Purushottam Prabhu? Purushottam Prabhu?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
What is your takeaway from this? Are you scared?
No, it's the desire of that soul, how eager to join Krishna. And even though having that eagerness, there will be tests. Even Krishna is in front of you. No, unless somebody is introducing you to Krishna and somebody is giving you an idea how to meet Krishna, and then Krishna come all of a sudden, and then until that tests, we keep on, have to pass all the tests. Otherwise, like a Gopakumar, going various planet, and then there is opportunity for us to stuck if we get attracted to some other feature.
You got it. Good.
So
as
we
we are
should be very
advancing,
careful.
as you said, Prabhu, there is always chance we can get stuck with a higher pleasure than this.
Exactly.
But we'll deviate from the real. But generally, devotee don't do that. But the temptation will be there. Yes, facility will be
But
there.
this Krishna says Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, it requires even after going to spiritual planet, it seems you need that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, one-pointed attention on Krishna, otherwise we'll be lost. So,
Yeah, until Bostu Siddhi, Prabhu. Until Bostu Siddhi. Yes.
Siddhi.
After Bostu Siddhi, Rupa Goswami Pad says, no more. No more test
more.
for.
Okay.
It's all good. Natra, what is that verse? Natra shastram na juktim tat lobhotpatti lakshanam. So it's required up to this. To be honestly, Prabhu, I ask myself, really, do I have love for Krishna? Once in a while, little bit here, not really strong. So it has to be strong. Now it is there, we can pull it out, but easy to say than doing it.
Probably, but that's possible to maintain that, what you call that vigorness or tempo with the other devotees who have that greediness, that lalsa. Those devotees who have that, we have to identify with them, we have to closely associate with them. That is the only way take us to Krishna. Otherwise, we just spend time wasting time in many things. We have to identify
it's
those.
interesting. You said that because one devotee was telling one time, I give you one little example, Prabhu. It says that there's a two types of destiny we have in the gopi mood. One is Krishna. Tat tat bhava icchamayi. Tat tat bhava icchamayi means they have their specific mood. And, there are 5 types of sakis and 2 types are the manjaris. Paramprashta Saki, we don't look for that. Lalita Bisaga, these are like Juteshwari, like that. Not exactly Juteshwari, but they are under Radharani's subordination. They want to be eternally. I hope everybody understands. Spiritual world is never automatic. It is all choice and constantly increasing that choice. It never goes down, only increases. But it is dynamic forever. So finally, when somebody say, I want to be maid servant of Radharani's maid servant, Manjaris of the Manjari, no other. I don't want to be Gopi. I don't know. Very specific. So they go there. You'll see in that explanation given in Ujjal Nilamani, so nice, that they go there. Then Radharani don't want to accept that one until Rupa Manjari or somebody test that person. Before they get their final entrance, they will be tested. They say, hey, you have appeared in this world to be with Krishna. And if you say, no, I want to serve Krishna under Srimati Radharani, not meeting Krishna. Why not? I have access. I can take you to Krishna. You can be there. No, well, if you say, well, I don't know. If you say, well, you're already like failing. You say, no, I'm just one-pointed. Under my guru's guidance, that's how I learned. I want to just serve under Rupa Manjari, who is serving Radharani. I just don't want to have anything to do with Krishna directly. Well, what's wrong with that? It's nothing wrong. You can be with Krishna. Look at Krishna is walking by, and actually you'll see. If you want, I'll introduce you right now. And if you are like a one-pointed loyal to your guru, no, I will just stay as a maid servant of Radharani. No, I'm going to just stay there. Then finally, all of a sudden, the curtain opens, Radharani comes and embrace you or give you a garland to accept you. But it is not there until you like really one-pointed, fixed on it. So can they stop testing earlier? No, don't ask that question. I don't have the answer. There will be always option. There is unlimited option. Spiritual world means unlimited. So I can see Purushottam Prabhu, you are very strict, one-pointed, following Guru Parampara. Good. Okay. Sankari Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So I have a question here from the narration of the Dvijapatnis that we heard. I was, while you were narrating that, Krishna cannot associate with the Brahmana's wives, it has to be from the Gopi clan. Is he doing so to uphold the Varnashram Dharma? Because in Bhagavad Gita, he says that the example of a great person is followed by everybody, and he is the one who gives Varnashram Dharma. So do we have that Gyan tint over here, or I'm overthinking, I don't know.
No, this is good. This is good. In spiritual body and the spiritual, Krishna and Krishna's body are one. It's not a two. So when you think of Krishna's lover, their body are one. They are not become two. Brahmana's wife is mother. Is not a paramaur. So Varnashram system wise, yes, Krishna also want to maintain that. Never want to break that. So it's very sweet, isn't it? Very sweet. And I think that verse somebody put it, no? Srutigan Bajjantare Jabi Gopi Deha Pailo Sei Dehe Krishna Sange Rasa Kriya Korilo. Those verses is there that you have to have internally and externally. Both has to be Gopi mood. Gopi is also, the meaning Gopi, where the Gupta, the identity of Bhagavan is hidden. Krishna is not acting as a god, even though he is the origin of all God, but he is hiding his identity. Gopi, Gop, all these words, it means Gopanya. The verbal root is hidden. Hidden means nobody knows. He's just roaming around like a little young boy, so attractive, so beautiful, but he needs some kind of a guidance, or that he should not roam around alone. That's how it looks like. But when you look at Narayan, you never think like he needs some advice or you Vishnu. No. God knows everything. Krishna knows more than Narayan and Ram, but Krishna acts like he's a free man. And that's how he is. It's wonderful. Thank you for bringing that point. Yes. Krishna doesn't want to dance. Is that verse there given on the WhatsApp? Maybe let me look at it. In WhatsApp, that verse is given?
Not on WhatsApp, Prabhu.
Okay.
I have it over here on the chat.
There's a one verse, one line is there. Krishna ek gopo jati, gopi preyoshi tahar. And the next line he says, Devi ba annosti na kore nongikar. He never accept. He made it very clear. Krishna made it very clear. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke this to Venkatabhatta. The Krishna never dances with Lakshmi Devi or anybody's wife. Not interested. And there is a good reason. Prabhupada is very hilarious the way Prabhupada said. Prabhupada said, Supreme Absolute Truth decided to remain in Vaishya culture in a village. Now, if you say Krishna doesn't like city, Dwarka is a city, but Vrindavan is Vrindavan. It's a very mysterious. It has everything, yet nobody sees from outside. It's very mystical. Every day Krishna enter into new kunja. Every day enters into new forest. So within Vrindavan, little dust, there's unlimited abodes. It's very mystical in Vrindavan, in Golok Vrindavan. Well, you all will figure it out when you enter there. Probably you won't talk anymore. You'll just exploring with Krishna. All the talks are here in the Zoom. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Mahatma Prabhu. You have raised hand, you have still, or is that from old?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So I have two questions, small questions. One is my question is rasa, and when you say about the rasa, there are rasa. I mean, we all rasa connected with the Krishna with the rasa, right? As you said that. So, but I never heard about Krishna's son, like Aniruddha and all that, and his sons are. Is it also connected with the dasa rasa, or what kind of rasa they will have?
Yes, Prabhu. I think I forgot who presented that Daisharas. There's a Sambram and Visrambana, two types. One is like Adhikrita. There are 4 types of Dasharati. I forgot who presented. I'm thinking. Somebody presented. Anybody remembers that Dasharati or Dasharas was presented by? I think they explained that very well, that you have, what is Adhikrita? Adhikrita means assigned or empowered, like Brahmaji, Shiv, Lord Shiva, Brahma, these are all servant. And then you have a Ashrita. And then you have a Parishat. And then you have a Anuga. And Anuga has a 3 division. So if you look at that, you'll see in Dwarka, Krishna has a sons who has a like Daisharati, but they're father and son. So then there will be talk will be like, why you are hesitant to say? Because the son will think, oh my God, my father is God. He's like a little, don't want to be too close, lose the respect. But then Krishna says, why are you hesitating? Why are you going away a little bit? Like that talk will have there. Talk will be there. So it's like a little bit restricted, you can say. But in Vrindavan, he is the son. He doesn't have a son. So Dasharati, in that sense, he stays only in Dwarka. Vrindavan, he becomes the son. So it's difference. And one day when you go there, you please come back and tell us. Well, I don't know if Krishna allows you only. Otherwise, you don't want to waste your time probably. Thank you, Mahatma.
Yeah, so another point for the second one. As you mentioned that about the Tvija Patni, right? So I was thinking that once Krishna, when he connected with them or anybody, like in the Nikunjavan, right? Anybody who went there in the night, their brain doesn't work in the material world. Something like that is true. Similar situation. Once they understood, they connected with the Supreme, then they are totally different. And once they leave the body, then totally change or something like that. Is the way how we can think?
Hold on. Somebody's calling again and again. I don't know how to detect. Okay. Can you repeat that one more time? Sorry, Prabhu.
So what my understanding from the Dvijapatni, once they leave the body, then after that Krishna does that whatever lila there. Okay, so I was thinking anybody who went to the Nikunjavan in the night, brain become different, right? Similar situation whenever anybody who contacted with the Krishna in person, like a very deeper, then they doesn't work anymore with all this material world connected with them. Is it true? My understanding?
The spiritual body I'm just thinking maybe we should have a class about this body, because it's like it's now few months, it's like spiking here, there. The spiritual body, we all have spiritual body. Spiritual body is above three modes, has no, your brain is you. It's not that you have a brain. Your brain is you. Your body is you. You are not inside the body at that time. You are the body. But in the material world, we are not the body. That's why the problem is. We have to give up this body to become a body. I don't know if it is a proper English or not. Anyway, you got the point.
Real body. Real body means spiritual body, doesn't it?
Yes.
Transcendental.
You know, Krishna's main accusation in chapter 7 and 9, if you look at it, what is the accusation he has? The four types of people don't surrender. Namam duskritana mora, prabaddante naradama, asurim bhavamasrita, maya aparita gyana. What is that complaint Krishna is doing? That they consider me, one of them. They consider me as human being. What is that human being? That his body is different from him. And they consider that body is not eternal. These are offense. That's why Krishna is upset, because he's trying to help, but they don't want to accept. And Krishna repeat this, Mogasha, Moga Karmana, Moga Gyana, Vichetasha. All these verses in Bhagavad Gita is really like you think very deeply. Why is that? That we don't want to accept Krishna's body is Krishna. He doesn't have a body. He is the body. It's very difficult, but people think they are ordinary. Krishna is just an ordinary, Vasudev's son. We can kill him. Otherwise, why they would even attack? They wouldn't have no clue. So this is the biggest problem. So we have a spiritual body is, my spiritual body is me. It's not a difference. I don't have a spiritual body. I am the spiritual body in spiritual level. And that spiritual body has a different component, you can say, extend as a heart, leg, hands, but it is one substance. You know, if I cut my hair and you shoot an arrow to the hair, I will not have any experience, anything wrong. Because the part of body, when is disconnect from the consciousness, I have no feeling on it. But in spiritually, there is no such thing. My body, my hair is me. Inseparable. So I don't know whether that gives you some idea.
So you're trying to tell us that there is no difference. So that means my point of view is that that Dvijapatni or any living entity who start to know really in the deeper and deeper, at a time he will have a, like in the Ras Leela, everybody, every gopis has a different, like Krishna. In one Krishna, but separately. Similar situation when you go home there, back, or when he does a drama, maybe the one Mataji asks about the Forbana or some about it, like that point also. I'm trying to focus that once if you get into it, connected with that Krishna, deeper and deeper, and Krishna is different way of the Leela. That's how I'm understanding that way, so that there's no more problem for that person in the world here. I don't know this. I think that's why Krishna take the devotees out from this. Then he does connect with him or on
It is by experience, you can say. Like Narad Muni explains the material, dropping material body and attaining spiritual body. I'm sure you read that in first canto, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, Narad Muni reveals to his disciple Vyasdev. And Prabhupada give the translation as a lightning and illumination. So which came first? It's not really like separable, which came first. They same time, simultaneously. So he got his spiritual body and he drops his material body. Now with the spiritual body, he doesn't have a birth, death anymore. He goes to spiritual world in a mind speed, in a moment. He can be in Golok Vrindavan or Vaikuntha and come here. And nobody can kill him, but he looks like one of us. His body like a human body, beautiful body. It doesn't deteriorate. The soul never change. Spiritual body never change. Material body changes. You grow old, you get a wrinkle, you get, anyway, everybody knows about material body. But spiritual body is only beautiful, fragrant, there's attractive, it never decays. We should be greedy, then we'll get it and we don't have to discuss anymore. We'll experience this. But regarding body, I'll let you know.
Thank you so
One day we'll talk about this body, the spiritual body, very details. Jiva Goswami Pad gives that. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Prem Prakash Prabhu, your presentation was very good. What is your last takeaway, Prabhu? And then we can close.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. For last 4 weeks, my granddaughter has been pestering me twice in a day, from Monday to Friday, to get your blessings and introduce to you. She is here. She would like to what do we call pailagan, or fall down on your leg, on your feet, and get your blessings. She loves Krishna, and she's she's always having a Krishna with her all the time.
What is her name? Aapka kya naam hai?
Naira.
Naira.
Very nice. Well, I pray to Lord Krishna for your upliftment of consciousness by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram.
Please, everybody give blessing to this beautiful Naira Devi Das, so that she becomes an eternal maid servant of Lord Krishna forever. Let us chant one more time for her. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Thank you. Very fortunate.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay, so Prabhu's and Mother, looking forward to see you all tomorrow. Please prepare one line, one sentence, one word, anything. And if possible, Mother Sankari Devi will sneak out for 5 minutes and come and give, or maybe she will write something, post it on the WhatsApp, either way. But everybody must contribute something to say what is your purpose. You came. What did you take away after spending a month? That's good amount of time. With that note, let us end here the call by chanting Hare Krishna and obeisances. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pancha kalpataru vishya kipa sindhave vachapatita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Srila Prabhupada ki